Hello, dear aspirant. Recently, we have started an initiative to help all these aspirants to master in the answer writing. Under this series, we are daily asking one questions in our Telegram portal, which description has been given in the comment box. You can join in our Telegram channel, and you can write and participate in our daily answer writing. We'll evaluate your copy, and we'll also send your copy to the Telegram, the account that you have sent to us. Okay. Day before, we have recently we have asked one question in our daily answer writing. That is, I'm just reading it out. The Indo-US relation recently seen upsurge in the diversified field, but it has its own problem. Discuss. ये 10 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन है, 150 वर्ड में आपको लिखना है. देखिए, ये क्वेश्चन जो है ये दो पार्ट में है. जैसे कि आप जो फर्स्ट पार्ट है उसमें लिखा हुआ है इंडो यूएसए रिलेशन रिसेंटली सीन अपसर्ज इन द डाइवर्सिफाइड फील्ड. सो इसमें आपको क्या करना है, हाउ इंडो यूएस रिलेशन हैज़ बीन डाइवर्सिफाइड इनटू डिफरेंट सेक्टर. यू हैव टू डिस्कस दैट. You have to explore the different sector where we have very strong relations, be it space, defense. Okay, this is the first part of the question, and second part is it has its own problem. That means we have to discuss what are the challenges and what are the frictions and what are the trust deficit that exist currently between India and USA. Okay, you have to explore in like both part, giving almost equal priority. Then only you can expect good marks. Okay. So let's discuss about how you can approach this question. Okay, देखिए, पहले आपने ये क्वेश्चन को आपको इंट्रोडक्शन लिखना है. इंट्रोडक्शन आप जब लिखेंगे उसको ऐसे इंट्रोडक्शन आपने लिखिए जैसे जो कंटेक्स्ट के साथ इन सिंक होगा. जैसे मैंने एक मॉडल आंसर में इंट्रोडक्शन दिया था, उसका लिखा था, आई एम जस्ट रीडिंग इट आउट. Recent time seen the rising and convergence of interest between the India and USA on many global issue like democratic value, Indo-Pacific, terrorism, climate change, etc. And the relation is further strengthened due to rising China and its aggressive behavior in Indo-Pacific region. Okay, this can be your introduction that shows that recently our relation has been strengthened, and this relation is further strengthened due to rise of China and its aggressive behavior. Okay, then you simply jump from your introductions to body, and body comprising of two part already I have discussed. एंड फर्स्ट पार्ट का जो बॉडी होगा वो उसमें आपने एक हेडिंग बनाना है, इंडो यूएसए रिलेशन इन डाइवर्सिफाइड फील्ड. ओके, यू कैन राइट इन इकोनॉमिक फील्ड like bilateral trade has been increased rapidly, and our current bilateral trade is around $125 billion, and that is heavily in favor of India. That is, we are having trade surplus with the USA. Okay, you can write that, and USA is the third largest FDI source for India also. You can write that also. Currently, India is also pursuing it Make in India initiative, Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. Under this initiative, US can help India to become a manufacturing hub by providing technology transfer and establishing some of the manufacturing facility in India. Okay, under the economic cooperation, you can write this point. Then comes the technological cooperation. In technological cooperation, you can write in thus X. That is Indo-USA Defense Acceleration Ecosystem to harness innovative work of USA Indian defense sector. Okay, you can also discuss about the recent initiative, like recently the US Senate, US Parliament and Senate, like US legislator pass a like gave approval for transfer of technology. You might be knowing about the G414 engine, jet engine that is going to use in our Tejas Mark II. Okay, you can write that also. Recently, we also signed cooperation on critical and emerging technology that help India to strengthen its cooperation in area like quantum computer. You can write in semiconductor. It also like artificial intelligence, machine learning, artificial neural network. These are actually emerging area of technology where we can collaborate with USA to get maximum benefit. Okay. Then you can write about defense cooperations. There are number of area where we can have defense cooperation. For example, India signed 4 foundational agreement. They are like LEMOA, Logistic Memorandum Exchange of Agreement, then BECA, Basic Exchange, then GSO-MIA, then COMCASA, Communication Compatible Agreement. Just read it out. Then defense agreement, we can like we are buying some of the advanced helicopter like Apache helicopters, then Chinook helicopter. Okay, With USA, we are also having joint military exercise like Yudh Abhyas, Malabar exercise. Now the Malabar exercise is further extend to Quad exercise to include like Quad members. Now the Malabar exercise is further expanded to include China and Australia. Okay. You can also explore the space sector. There is a huge opportunity in space sector. For example, recently India signed the Artemis Accords that deals with the human missions to the moon and outer space. Okay. Recently like in 20, recently we are going to launch a missile like satellite by both collaboration of NASA and ISRO. It's called NISAR mission. Okay. It will launch in around January of 2024. You can also India is also planning to have its own human space mission. It's called Gaganyaan, and in Gaganyaan, USA is going to help us in number of ways. For example, for providing training to our astronauts in microgravity condition. It can also help in some of the space development of space medicine, food. We can take help from USA. Okay. Then you can write about fighting climate change. To fight climate change, there are a number of area of cooperation. For example, nuclear cooperation. USA is already having number of nuclear company that having technology in the nuclear domain. For example, Westinghouse, GE, they can help India to establish nuclear power plant, and they can generate renewable powers to meet our requirement. Okay. Then comes the green hydrogen missions. To achieve our Glasgow Pledge, Paris Agreement, we need to green our economy, and to green our economy, we need to move from fossil fuel to the greener fuel, and green hydrogen is a potential to replace all our fossil fuel. Okay, for that we need to have cooperation with USA. And recently, USA also joined International Solar Alliance as a members that aim to promote solar power internationally. Okay, you can also also write next point, cooperation in the international forum. Okay, there are number of international forum where India and USA are cooperating. For example, G20, Quad, I2U2. Here I2 means India, Israel, and U2 means UAE and USA. Okay, then Indo-Pacific Economic Partnership Forum to promote rule-based international trade. Okay, and rule-based international order, not trade. Okay, then USA supports to India UNSC permanent membership. You can write also that. Then you can also explore point like cultural and people-to-people cooperation. Uh, because there is a large diaspora of Indian origin present in the USA, they play significant role in economy, polity. You can go from that current vice president of USA, Kamala Harris, is from India also. The vibrant diaspora create positive image of India through their soft power like festival, cuisines, tourism. Okay, yoga. So these are actually act as a cementing force to strengthen our relationship. You can write this point. Okay, after completion of this relation in the diversified field, you have to move to the second part. In second part, what it is asking about, in second part it says that it has its own problem, discuss. Okay, here you have to give a heading, that is some of the challenges or some of the frictions or some of the problem in Indo USA relations. Okay, then under that heading you have to write subheading, just like trade. Recently US removed India from the generalized system of protection, GSP. Okay, GSP क्या होता है ना, हमारा जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जो मतलब हमें ड्यूटी फ्री एक्सेस मिलता है यूएसए मार्केट को, जैसे जीएसपी का रिमूवल हो गया उसकी वजह से हमारा ट्रेड में कुछ इम्पैक्ट पड़ा. ओके, same is also like USA also use sanitary and phytosanitary measure to block some of our agricultural product. For example, USA block our mango on the ground of sanitary and phytosanitary issue. Then same thing also like USA is opposing Indian proposal of finding permanent solutions to the food security issue. Okay, you can write this point also. Second, there is economical distress. Second point is economical distress. Under that you can write India put USA. There is economical distress that exists between India and USA. Under that you can write USA put India under their US trade representative 301 report, priority watch list report. It is also called priority watch list report. Under this report, any country that violate the IPR laws or manipulate currency, they can put under this priority list. This is called USTR 301 list. If a country put on this list, then it can be the economic sanction can be imposed on that country also. Okay. Second is there is also dispute between India and USA on the WTO. For example, dispute on the issue of local content requirement in the National Solar Mission. Okay, you can write this point also. Then you can jump to next point, like USA policy that undermine India's independent foreign policy. Okay, for example, CAATSA sanction that impose on the Iran and Russia impact badly. You know, during when CAATSA sanction was imposed, India was at the time is the third largest importer of oil from the Iran. Like India's total, if India is buying, Iran is the third largest supplier of oil at that time. So when USA impose sanction, that impact our economy, that impact our input, because oil act as a input to the all economic activity. Okay. Then comes the US pressure during the Russia-Ukraine war that forced India to take a stand, criticism of Russian action. Okay, you can write this point under this impact of US action that impacting independent foreign policy. Then you can say next point, you can write repeated rise of human right violation. Recently we have seen a number of report US raised that religious freedom, that is India having very low religious freedom, and they also speak about our Kashmiri issue, terrorism and abolition of Article 370. They also repeatedly interfere our internal affair and create bad image against the India. Okay. You can also write the issue of illegal immigrant and attack against the Indian people. Recent time we have seen that there is rising against the immigrant from the Asia in USA. There is also instances of attack against the Indian people. So that actually act as a dent in our relationship. Okay. Next you can write about recent some of the policies of the government, like e-commerce rule and data localizations. These initiative USSC, this is an initiative to harm, or you can say restrict their MNCs. Okay. Then India also work out of Osaka track for free flow of data that is held in Japan. That main aim is to there should not be any restriction on the flow of data, but India move out of that Osaka track declaration, because India think that if we join that Osaka track, that will hamper our sovereignty, data sovereignty. That means we lose control over our data, and we are not going to get benefit out of that. Okay. You can also write next point, USA policy of supporting Pakistan. We have seen that the USA administration provide military aid to the Pakistan military for on the name of fighting against the terrorism, but ultimately these weapons and equipment that they are receiving are used against India. Okay. You can also write US reluctant to transfer the core technology. Though USA wants to have trade relation with us, but they don't want to transfer their core technology. For example, during the negotiation of the jet engine for our Tejas Mark II, they are not even ready to transfer some of the core technique. But as the competition with other company like Safran, then Rolls-Royce, they gradually bend their they gradually agree to Indian demand. Okay. You can also write with rising new grouping like BRICS and Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and they are actually whatever the decision are taken, some of this decision are seen as a anti-West. For example, recent initiative taken to promote the local currency de-dollarization is seen as an anti-West or anti-USA initiative by the US administration. Okay. You can write these are some of the challenges in our Indo-USA relation. Then comes to the whenever you have write a negative tone, whenever in question they ask about negative tone or some of the problem, then you need to provide at least some 2 to 3 line way forward. Okay. You can write way forward, like recent time we have seen USA accommodate India interest to strengthen the relation. For example, though USA threatened to impose CAATSA sanction against India, but it gave waiver to the India on buying the S400. Okay. You can also say recently USA also granting strategic defense authorizations to India, status to India. Okay, that help in improving our relationship. Then recently USA also take initiative to promotion of semiconductor manufacturing in India. It also takes step to ensure that India emerges as an alternative supply chain hub to China. Okay, these are some of the way forward, some of the steps that shows that we are still have the good relation. Here you can also write some of the steps that we can take in to strengthen our relationship, or you can merge that way forward with conclusion. Okay, that depends on your time and how much word, how much space you left. Accordingly you can plan. Okay, in conclusion you can write Indo-USA relation is robust relations that is going to define the 21st century, and we need to strengthen our comprehensive and global strategic partnership through signing of the free trade agreement and more leader to leader, business to business and people to people interaction. Okay, that means we are already signing a global comprehensive strategic partnership agreement. Okay, we need to strengthen that further by having a free trade agreement. Currently we don't have any negotiation. Currently we are not negotiating any free trade agreement with the USA, but to strengthen our relation further we need to have a free trade agreement. There is a goal set by the leader of India and USA that our bilateral trade should be at should be $500 billion, but current trade is around only around somewhere around $125 billion. That means we have so much of potential yet to be explored, so we can sign free trade agreement to propel our trade to 500 billion. Okay, when you have strong economy, and strong economy translate into strong political and strategic relation. Okay, thank you for providing me such opportunity to provide answer to you. Please subscribe to our channel and comment on the comment box what kind of video you want in future, and according to your comment I am going to make video. Please share this video to your friends so that more benefit can be taken by more number of aspirant. Thank you.